So one of the most pertinent questions I get is, well, Toby, I don't have an offer and I don't know how to build one. You've watched the Hermosi videos, you've watched the Russell Brunson videos. You're still just kind of like, I don't understand how I'm going to turn my knowledge and my expertise into a high ticket offer that will actually make me money and not just like a $47 or $99 course. I'm going to walk you through the 8 steps that we use and that we teach to build high ticket offers that actually will make you money, that will actually work, and that you don't need any sort of technical skill to actually start making money with. If we haven't met, my name is Toby. I'm the founder of Magnate, and I built the Founders Blueprint to help people build and scale businesses online using LinkedIn. Let's talk about what it takes to actually build a high ticket offer. And for anyone that's wondering what a high ticket offer is, it's anything. There's no like technical definition for it. But anything that is, $2 to $10,000, like I would consider a high ticket offer if you're talking to, B2C customers, right? So which is basically, you're talking to normal human beings, right? People with savings, like they're not companies. Like this is a high ticket offer for like any normal person. This can go all the way up to 20,000, 40,000, 50,000. I see $50,000 coaching programs. You don't have to worry about that right now. Aim for $2 to $10,000. If you're working with companies though, this can be anywhere from, $2,000 a month all the way to something like, $10, $20, $30,000 a month or $50,000 total, right? And this would usually be for if you're going to work with a company, right? So let's say you do video editing. Instead of charging $100, $200 for a video, you could go to a company, and because they have a bigger budget, you could actually charge way more money. This could be a high ticket offer. The goal of this with a high ticket offer is to focus on profitability. You want to be profitable. You don't want to like need volume. You want 1 or 2 customers to be able to pay for pretty much your life. We're going to intentionally build something that is expensive. Something to keep in mind is when you build things that are expensive, they need to feel premium, they need to feel expensive. Here are the 8 steps you're going to follow to build the perfect offer online and then sell it with LinkedIn. Okay. So step number 1 is you're going to start with a problem. And the reason why you're going to start with the problem is because you're not that smart. And here's what I mean by that. People with more money, more resources, more experiences than you have failed. We want to start with the problem because there is always profit behind problems. I remember when I was growing up, my parents were entrepreneurs. This was the philosophy in our home. If there's a problem to be solved, there's a business to be built. If you start with the problem, it's very likely that you're able to get to revenue because people are always willing to pay to solve problems, and they're willing to pay even more to solve the pain that those problems cause. What do I mean by that? I can make more sales. That's a problem. Because I can make more sales, I'm about to get kicked out of my house in 2 weeks. That's a pain. So we want to start with a problem, and we want to actually identify problems that you have experienced personally, that the people you love have experienced, or the people around you have experienced, right? Friends, family. You want to look at problems that are around you right now, so that the world is experiencing. These are 3 places that you can find problems. So for me, I had the perfect time getting a job right out of school, but my best friend and my sister struggled to get jobs right out of school. So that's how I found the problem that ended up building our career coaching business. I didn't struggle very much to grow on LinkedIn, but some of the entrepreneurs I knew struggled to grow on LinkedIn. And so they reached out to me, and that became our Founders Blueprint offer. So there are problems that you've experienced that you can build off. There are problems that people have experienced around you. And then there's problems that the world is experiencing that you can build off as well. So that's the first thing we're going to do, is we're going to find a problem. The second thing that we're going to do is we are going to identify the persona that this problem, or we're going to identify the persona that is experiencing this problem. Now, persona is a very technical marketing word, but all of this means is, who exactly is this person? This is a question of demographic. Who exactly is this person? What exactly are their goals and their dreams? What are they trying to solve for? So here we want to understand our niche. Okay, this is what people call a niche or niche. I don't know which one's correct, but you want to identify the persona that is experiencing this problem. You don't just want to go like, oh, people are struggling with their jobs. So I'm going to do job hunting coaching. For who? Is it for early stage entrepreneur or for early stage career folk? Is it for VPs and CXOs? Who is it for? Because the problem that you solve is important, but who you solve it for is way more important. Alex says it all the time. You want to solve problems for rich people. Okay. So if you do career coaching for international students, there's not that much money there because they don't have that much money. But if you do career coaching or executive coaching for VPs and directors, you can charge $5, $10, $20,000 and it would be worth it for them because they can make $300, $400, $500,000. The persona is just as important as the problem, if not more important. And so we want to understand here who this for, what exactly they're trying to solve for. You want to understand the psychographic, which is, what are their goals? Where do they spend time? What do they care about? You want to understand the demographic. How old are they? How much do they make? Where do they live? Right? You want to understand these things and basically find the commonalities so that you know who you're solving this problem for. Everyone struggles with resume. Everyone struggles with sales. Everyone struggles with social media and growing on social media. But who are you going to help? That is the main thing, because we want to pick people that have money to invest and have money to sell. The biggest thing with high ticket offers is you want to sell to people that want to buy. And so the third thing that we're going to need to do here is we're now going to prototype. You're going to remember all 8 of these P's by the end. Now, what is a prototype? You're essentially going to go, what are all the possible ways I can solve this problem? All the possible ways, like you're going to list out all the possible ways you can solve this problem. So for example, if you're helping entrepreneurs drive more leads online, you identify a problem that you have or that people around you have. Can't find enough leads. Great. That's a problem. Now, the persona. Well, you want to do this for companies that are stuck at $1 million, right? They're already generating $1 million, but they're stuck. You know that these people have money, right? Where are they based? North America. Well, who are they meet up or who is this person? Well, it's a founder that makes $1 million, right? In what niche? In the e-commerce space. So now you have a persona. You can find out, okay, where do they live? All this other stuff. And then you want to go, what are all the possible ways you can solve this? So think of lead generation, for example. That's just the constant problem. Well, you can solve lead generation in a bunch of different ways. You can go organic social, and in organic social, you can go TikTok, you can go Instagram, right? In organic social, TikTok, Instagram, you can go outbound DMs, you can go inbound through content. And that's just these ones. You can go paid social, you can go cold email. So there's all of these different ways that you can solve this persona's problem. And so the goal is not necessarily to have all of them, but we want to, aim for the problems or the prototypes that you know that you can solve. You're technical. Maybe you should solve this with an agency. You can actually help them build out content and actually help them run their ads. So it also depends on you here. What are your strengths? So for me, I'm very good with LinkedIn. I help people solve this problem. I help first-time entrepreneurs solve the lead generation problem by creating content organically on LinkedIn. So this is just one of the ways I can do this. I can do it organically on LinkedIn. I can do it paid on LinkedIn. I can do it through outbound DMs on LinkedIn. I can do LinkedIn and TikTok and Instagram. I can do SEO, Google, it's endless, which is why you want to pick, okay? And you want to optimize for what you can do. Now that we have the prototype for the persona and the problem that they have, we want to package what it is that we have done. So here's the biggest mistake I see people make. They go, I can help you record videos so that you can grow your Instagram so that you can get more leads. And just pay me $400 an hour and I'll do it. Or we'll do 10 videos, right? Pay me $100 and we'll do 10 videos. And they don't actually package their offer correctly. And so because you don't package your offer correctly, you are not going to make enough money. A high ticket offer is packaged correctly. It feels premium. It's supposed to feel premium. So we're going to package this correctly. We're going to make sure that it goes for a specific amount of time, 3 months, 12 weeks, 6 weeks, whatever it is. We're going to make sure that it includes a white glove service, which means you're going to do things for them, with them. You're not just going to teach them how to do it. That's not high ticket. You're going to do things for them and with them. You're going to package it in a way that they feel stupid saying no to it. Like Alex always says, you're going to actually put it together and go, okay, what is the best way I can do this? Can I give them the scripts, the exact scripts that they can run? Can I actually write the messages for them? Can I write the content for them, right? What is a white glove way of delivering on what it is that you've prototyped? And so you're going to package this so that it feels premium. You're going to make sure that it is worth $5,000 to $10,000 so that when they see it and you offer it for them at half the price, they go, wow, I get all of that for only $5,000 or $10,000. And here's the thing. Here, your job is to save them time. This is the thing that people that are rich care about. They have money. They want more time. And so you want to package your prototype for this persona that's experiencing this problem, and you want to do it to feel premium. They should go, wow, I get all of this and I save all this time by working with this person. Now we're going to go into the positioning. The positioning, this is where you go, what is your unique mechanism? This is something that's a little bit different from packaging. You put this whole thing together and now you have to position it differently. And so when I think of it for us, right, posting on LinkedIn is writing content. That's it. You just write content and you pick. But how we've taught it is we created a CNC framework. What is CNC? It is the content, niche, and then conversion framework that we teach everybody. This is just a positioning. All you're doing is naming your unique mechanism for what it is that you do. Instagram and TikTok they've existed for years. Outbound sales, inbound sales, all of this stuff has existed for years. You're not actually doing anything new, but you need to make sure it feels new. You need to position it as something new, okay? You see Cole Gordon do this. He's like, well, we're going to teach. He's like, stop running these VSLs. You need to run a short form funnel. It's the same thing. He's just named it differently. So your job, I don't know how to create. Stop talking. You can create anything. You can recreate anything. It is your job to do it because business is art and science. Business is art and science. Think about it. It's the art of coming up with a unique way to do something that has been around for hundreds of thousands of years or maybe tens of years. It's coming up with a unique way. This is the art, is coming up with it. And then it's the science of using how people buy and selling it over and over and over and over again. It's the art of putting it together and the science of selling it. So you need to go and position this differently. Position whatever you're selling to feel different. Call it a name. Come up with a framework. Put it together in a way that's attractive and package it and then position it. So now that all of this is here, you've positioned your package that you prototyped for this persona to solve this problem. Now we want to work on pricing. Now, a lot of people just throw numbers in the pricing here. You do not want to do that. Your pricing is so important. It has to be high. Well, Toby, I don't want to charge, $5,000, $10,000. Stop talking. You have to do this. So you have profit, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. It's fine. You have to do this. You have to understand how to price it. If you're going to be helping them on a month-to-month basis, you can charge them $2,000 to $5,000 a month for whatever it is that you're doing. Video agency, ghostwriting, it doesn't matter. This is a normal price for these services and people will pay you at $2,000 to $5,000 a month. If you're serving people in like a cohort or a, one-on-one coaching, maybe some consulting, you can do $5,000 to $10,000. And this is something that they will have to pay to get access to what it is that you put together. Well, Toby, it's very high. Okay, great. What if they go on to make $200,000 or $2 million based on what you've done? There's a girl that hired a TikTok coach to help her sell her Stanley accessories, end up getting featured in Shark Tank doing $6 million or like $3 million. It was millions of dollars. She probably paid the coach. She said she paid the coach $400 a month. So is this high in comparison to what? Here you have your pricing. That's the next thing you need to figure out. Now you got to figure out your payment plans. Now, here's the thing. I don't put this in the same bucket because you actually want to think about this. Okay. If you're serving people for 3 months on, let's say you do a 12-week coaching program, you're serving people for 3 months. You want to make sure that they pay either upfront or over the 3 months. Does that make sense? Like you don't want them paying over 10 months because what if they just disappear on them? Now what? You want to set up your payment plans to run for the term that you are going to be serving them. 2 months, 2-month payment plan. 3 months, 3-month payment plan. 6 months, 6-month payment plan, totally fine. The other thing that you want to do is you want to make your payment plans more expensive than if they just paid up front. This is normal, by the way. You pay your house early, you save like $100,000, $200,000. So make your payment plans more expensive so that people actually go, you know what? Let me save some money and pay up front. That's good for you. It's good for them. It protects you. And so you want to make your payment plans more expensive. The third thing is you want to look into financing. Now, you're going, well, what do you mean? Affirm, Klarna, Walk, they all have financing options. It's becoming more and more common for people to essentially pay on a monthly $100 a month, but Walk or Affirm or Klarna or Afterpay have paid you upfront. You've already collected the money. So your payment plans are very, very important for your sustainability of your business. You want to be cash flow positive. And just because someone can't afford to pay $10,000 right now doesn't mean that they don't join your offer. It means that they can go through some financing. They can pay over 3 months or 6 months or whatever it is. And if they don't want to pay and make it more expensive, then they just need to pay upfront. Make your upfront payment a little cheaper than, not a little, like maybe more, right? 20% cheaper, right? For them to pay upfront. This happens all throughout business. So now that we have all of this good to go, we have to do the last and most important thing. Okay. So you found a problem, you found a persona, prototype, package, positioning, pricing, payment plans. Okay. Now all of this is great. All of this is great. Now we need to do the most important thing, which is the thing that most people forget to do. Number 8 is promotion. You have to promote the hell out of this thing. Now, I see people build really good offers and then they go, well, I hope my customers come to me. They're not going to come to you. You're going to be broke. You need to go get them. So how are we going to get them? First thing is we're going to find where these people hang out, groups, communities, all of that. And we're going to offer free training or something free to that group. So there's a group called Pavilion. They have all of the top executives in all of the like tech space. You have Chief, which is for women executives, right? Female executives. You have all of these really, really concentrated groups of people that you can go offer your expertise to for free and then attract customers from. So that's the first thing that you can do is you can create a free offer and you can then go serve a community that has a concentration of the people that you are looking for. The second option is you're going to do a one-to-many selling event, okay? And a one-to-many selling event can be a masterclass. It can be a webinar. It can be a live, like a LinkedIn live or like an Instagram live. But you have to promote this one-to-many. You can't just go one by one by one by one. You're going to burn out. Why don't you just run? I remember when we were starting, we ran a webinar every single month for like 2 years. And every webinar we get like 30 people, 20 people. But at the end, 4 or 5 of those people wanted to pay, right? So you get in a room with 6, 7 people and 3 of them want to pay. That's great. You just got 3 customers. So you're going to run live events or one-to-many selling events to promote your offer. The third thing that you can do here is you can make sure that you are creating content. Oh, Toby, I don't like creating content. I don't like social media. Get over it. If you want to make money, you need attention. So you can create content. You can create highly involved content, YouTube, right? Long form. You can do Instagram 5 times a day. You can do TikTok, 10 videos every single day. Very involved. Or you can create on low involvement platforms like LinkedIn. You're just writing, right? LinkedIn is very, very simple to write on. And the goal for you is to get exposure. You want people to know what you do. You want them to know who you are, what you offer, what your expertise is. And so you want to create content. This is going to attract people to you. And instead of trying to just close them, we want to push them into some sort of free offer, right? Push them into something free, educate them, add value to them. First, giving starts the receiving process, and then pull them into your funnel. So here are the things that you must do once you build your high ticket offer. Now, let me tell you the truth. You do these 8 steps and you promote them and you suck at selling. Mathematically, you will still get a client because you have added value to them. you've added value to them, and they are going to want to pay. Even if all you do is say, okay, can you email it to me or send it via PayPal? You're going to get a client, because all of the 7 steps are null and void if you don't do step 8. Step 8 is where you actually sell your high ticket offer. Let's recap. Step 1, you're going to find a problem. Step 2, you're going to identify a type of person that is experiencing said problem. Step 3, you're going to build a prototype, a specific prototype for solving this problem. You can list out all the possibilities, but lean into your strengths and solve the problem using your specific knowledge. Step 4, you're going to package your prototype that you've selected into something that is intentionally high ticket, that is expensive, that feels premium. Then step 5, you're going to position it. You're going to create a unique mechanism, a new way of doing the same thing. Business is art and science. And then step 6, you're going to come up with pricing that reflects the value of what you're going to be doing. Not the time you're going to spend on it, but the value that it's going to create for the clients. And then step 7, you're going to come up with payment plans that allow people to pay over a certain term, right? So if they're working with you for 6, 12 weeks, they can pay over that time, make your payment plans a little more expensive. And then step 8, you're going to promote the hell out of what it is that you do. You cannot make money online unless you are shameless. You have to truly believe that you deserve to make this money, and you need to be shameless promoting what it is that you do. And that is how you build a high ticket offer and then sell it and change your life. Your goal is to build a business that allows you to live life on your terms. So if you found this helpful, share it with someone that is hoping to build a life on their terms and use business to do it. My name is Toby. I'm the founder of Magnate. And if you like this and you found it valuable, leave a comment below. I want to know what you're building. And I want you to subscribe and like this video so that more people can see it and so that you can see more videos like it. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.